Viewers, some things that are happening in Nigeria, you don't have option than to make your own contribution. And before now, I remembered somebody was asking me to add a voice to creation of state, an Yoma state. When I asked him some few things, the guy told me some things, as in on social media to the public. Then later, I begin to understand the issue very well. I am one of those that have been talking about regional system of government, and many people have been saying it, talking about it, that is the best system that Nigeria can practice so that Nigeria can progress. The system we are practicing now is not helping us. That is the truth about it. And having said that, these current things that are flying around everywhere, that Tinubu is to receive a bill dividing Nigeria into 8 regions on Friday. Well, that's a very nice and encouraging thing coming from one of the Afenifere members. Well, the bill is yet to be submitted because I've not heard that it has been submitted. All the news I'm hearing is Friday. Whether it is the past Friday or this coming Friday, but I believe it is this coming Friday that they are referring to. So, but the point is that I'm commending this person that brought about this bill for, doing the correct thing, that courage to bring it, and, having the plan to submit it to the president. And I believe that that bill has to be looked into, because I know that many of us are tired with what is happening presently. Then, but inside that bill, I don't know actually, is it that somebody can just draw up something and submit? Or is it that a group of section, draw that thing up and they want to submit? I want to understand something. Can somebody just on his own divide Nigeria and they want to submit something? Well, if that is obtainable, then there is need for further negotiation based on what the person has submitted. Yes, they propose 8 regions, fine and good, but people has to be involved. And another part of it is that politics. The inside that drawing the 8 regions of the proposed 8 regions of Nigeria, the person makes sure that the whole Yoruba nation come together. Was proposing to get some part of Yorubas in the Kwara State, in the Kogi, to bring them down to the southwest. And the person never thought that the Igbos are in River State and they are in Delta State, of which some of them are now countering it, that they are part of Igbo. You see? So now, there is issue that division. I don't know who adopted it to bring it out entirely, but if the people have the right to draw up something, then it means that Igbos can go back to the Ohanese, and the Ohanese will draw up their own and submit as a bill. Or let there be a further, contribution towards that proposal. I'm going to read out how this person, the name is there, but when I read it out, you hear the name, a member of Afenifere, you see how he proposed the 8th division, the makeup, the people that make up each section, each region in the 8th region he proposed. You see the details. And I want you to say what you think is good and what is not good in that, proposal, because all these things are going to make up our future. This thing is not a little thing. No. We are talking about future. And all this while, I've been campaigning that Nigeria should not separate. There is no need for separation. What we need is regional system. Let everybody be on their own. Nigeria has practiced regional system before 1960, and it worked out very well. That is what we need. Let's tell ourselves the truth. That can give us that healthy competition to progress. So the point now is that I'm going to go into the details of what the proposal is. But people should know that that thing cannot fly in terms of the way they divide that thing. It cannot fly because people need their own contribution. Now, some part of Igbo nations we are now cut off to join. They say it is Anioma people now will now cut off to join which other people? Midwest. Then some part of River State that are Igbo will now cut off to join which? Who for what? Then in your own party, now you are bringing your own together, and some tribe now you are separating their own. Let me tell you, the purpose of regional system is to bring nations. As regional system is to gather nations on their own. Nations in terms of, if now we are talking about Yoruba, all Yorubas will now be gathered. That is the way Oyibo people did it, Lord Lugard and the rest. Because they believe that that region, people need to be in their region. And then there will be a kind of weak center. That is the purpose of regional. Region is not to separate one tribe into other region. It will not work. You can take it anywhere. I'm saying it is not work and it is not correct. Okay? Now, knowing that this person knows the purpose of region, he's now bringing his own people together, and other people, they are now separating them. You see the issue there. Well, I don't want to talk too much, and we don't know to joke. We don't need to joke over this thing, and we don't need to play over this thing. This is about people's future. Why did they during the Biafran War? Why did they gather people in Asaba here, Igbo people in Asaba here, and slaughter them at St. Patrick's College, President St. Patrick's Secondary School? Why did they gather people there and kill them? What? Yeah? Is Abo is what do they call it? Is this part of Igbo, the Asaba side? Are they not speaking Igbo? On what basis would they cut off these places and join other places? On what basis you want to divide other people's nation, and you are bringing your own nation together? Yeah. So it will not work. Other small tribes, you gather them, they can be joined with other little tribes. But there is no way you can cut off, no matter how small a tribe is, you cannot cut them off, any section of them off to join another region. Then you have destroyed the regional system you are talking about. Region is to get these tribes in one place. Then, if they are too small, you can join another tribe to them in one place. That is the way it will work. And that is the real sense of regional system of governance. Well, I believe that the president will do justice to that. And let me tell you something. In fact, my prayer is that this system will work out. And if it works out, it doesn't matter where the president comes from, whether it's from window or from door. What we need is a workable plan. Obedience, no, don't kill me. I am obedient too. But I will not say that like our leader, Peter Obi, said that obedience are in all parties. Let me just put it like that. Somebody can be in another party and still be obedient. So I beg, it doesn't matter. What we need is progress. If Tinubu can achieve this with a well thought out and a structured system, in fact, he has written in his name in gold, no matter whether he comes from underground or from window or from door. Well, I rest my case here. Let's go into the details of what is circulating now. Don't say that you are not told. The details of what is circulating based on the way they shared Nigeria. Let's look at it critically. Thank you. I'm still Chinedu, presenter. Well, viewers, I hope you don't get me wrong concerning what I was saying regarding coming on from underground or from the window or through the door. I'm not a campaigner of anything wrong. I was just trying to stress the point of doing good, no matter where you come from, doing the right thing. That is the point I am stressing. And I have never supported people doing the wrong thing. Well, having said that, we are going into the details of what we came for today. Earlier, I talked about what the member of a chieftain of Afenifere, brought about the proposed bill on regionalization of Nigeria. And I wish to remind you and everybody that during the colonial era, the Surveyor General of Nigeria, in the person of George Basden, I think a street in Fege was named after him, that Basden Street. This man, had everything, being the Surveyor General of Nigeria in 1913. And the map you are seeing there is one of the documents in the Nigerian archives. Well, that is what is in the document, though it was not fully verified. But looking at the document, you confirm that it is true. And I'm sure that if you search for this document, it is true. So this is the map. The map stretches from the area of, close to Kogi side and down to Atlantic Ocean, the area covered by Igbo people. You can see it there on the screen. That is the map of Igbo land. So my good people, if you look at this map now, you see that there is no argument about it, that it is actually what the British surveyed concerning tribes. And this one is the one they said this area belongs to the Igbos. Well, I'm just giving you details of what we discovered. I don't know the angle or they are going to go towards the regionalization, but mine is to bring this thing to the general public that this is the area covered by Igbos. You can read the map yourself and make your understanding. You can see the Igbo land stretches to the Atlantic Ocean, covering some part of River State, part of Bayelsa State, part of Delta State, which is on the Anioma side, and the entire Igbo land. Well, for somebody to tamper with Igbo nation, it is wrong. And the person refused to tamper with their own nation, but the person is tampering with another person's nation. So let's go into the details of what this person is proposing. But before then, let's hear from Punch newspaper what the details we are going to get from Punch newspaper before we go into how this person, how the Afenifere member has, presented the regions. So the Punch says Tinubu gets bill proposing return to regional governments Friday. President Bola Tinubu will on Friday receive a draft bill seeking a return to a regional system of government for Nigeria. The proposed legislation, authored by a chieftain of the Yoruba socio-cultural association, Afenifere, Akin Fapohunda, His name is Akin Fapohunda, entitled A Bill for an Act to Substitute the Annexure to Decree 24 of 1999 with new governance model for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. 6, among others, new extant laws to be cited as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria's new governance model for Nigeria Act 2024. The Punch reported last week that the said bill was disowned by the House of Representatives, whose spokesman Akin Rotimi and the chairman Committee on Rules and Business said had not been listed for deliberation in the ongoing moves to review the 1999 Constitution as amended. However, Fapohunda told our correspondent on Thursday that the bill will be transmitted to the president on Friday. I am submitting my draft bill today, but I will wait for 7 days before releasing it to the public, he told our correspondent. Meanwhile, Fapohunda, who also represents the coalition of indigenous ethnic nationalities, told the Punch that the organization is proposing the division of the country into 8 geopolitical regions with approximate interim boundaries. The proposed regions, according to Fapohunda, include the southern region to be made up of Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, and Cross River State, and optional inclusion of the Anang, Efik, Ekoi, Ibibio, Oro, Haji, Ebama in southern Imo. That's Imo State. The Adonia, Efemia, Ijo, Ogoni, Bini, Ishan, Isoko, Orobo, and the Ijaw-speaking people in the northern Ondo State with land contiguity. He continued, of what I am reading, we are going to see in details how he divided these 8 geopolitical zones in a better way. But let's just conclude with this. He continued, the southeastern region consists of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. The western region comprises Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, and Ekiti states. Well, I learned that Lagos has been campaigning against inclusion in the West. I don't know how true it is, but I saw somebody saying some things against it. Then let's continue. Incorporating the Yoruba-speaking people in Kogi and the Igbo people in Kwara State, that's to southwest region. He has brought in Kwara people, some part of Kwara and some part of Kogi that speaks Yoruba into southwest region. Okay. Additional options will be the Shekiri people of Delta State and the Akoko Edo people of Edo State to make their respective choices. Others include the Midwestern region made up of Edo and Delta State, possibly incorporating the Anioma people, and the Eastern Middle Belt region comprising Northern Cross River, Southern Kaduna, Southern Borno, Adamawa, Benue, Kogi, Plateau, Nasarawa, and Taraba states. The Western Middle Belt region comprises Southern Kebbi, part of Kwara and Niger State, while the North-Eastern region will be made up of part of Borno, Gombe, Bauchi, Jigawa, and Yobe states. The Northwestern region, according to the Afenifere chieftain, comprises Kaduna, parts of Kebbi, Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, and Zamfara states. Fapohunda said the coalition envisaged a 2-tier government, federal and regions, adding that the latter will be at liberty to manage her affairs, including the creation of sub-entities based on stipulations that are agreed upon and embedded in their respective constitutions. In its proposed governance stipulations, CN stated that in the quest for reconfiguration and downsizing, an option to consider might be to retain the present boundaries of the 36 states as well as would have been adjusted, but to creatively downgrade the paraphernalia of political administration as follows: to introduce a new regional government framework with executive and legislative functions and bodies with the headship title of premier, divisional managers and specialist administrative officers to operate as socio-economic development institutions. The new provinces shall also be at liberty to create division subject to viability and self-sustainability. The coalition also proposed a new constitution to embody novelties including freedom of the regions to create, merge and or reconfigure their sub-political units and may adopt provinces, divisions or districts as may suit their circumstances without interference from any other authority. Regions and sub-regions and entities are to be configured such as will reduce the cost of public and civil service administration to less than 20 to 30% of generated revenue. In drafting their constitution, the people of the respective regional territories will take a cue and also dismantle any arrangement or configurations that will favor the politicians and the political class with a focus on freeing resources for true developments. A unicameral federal legislature comprising members that are elected at the discretion of the regions for which there will be representatives at Abuja. Decentralization of the federal power in favor of not more than 10 regions on which there is a general national consensus rather than the presently unwavering number of 36 states. These old states are inconsequential indeed in being a viable unit of a truly federal system of government. In all, the coalition proposes that the federal government shall comprise not more than 9 ministries and ministers, adding that the very big United States has just 15 cabinet members, while Nigeria is not even up to just a state of Texas or New York. The group is also advocating a return to parliamentary mode system of government built in statutory rotation of headship among the regions. Well, that's a good one, but when presented, so many things had to be touched. But the idea of having a regional system is what I am applauding. But the way it's going to be run need a serious touch. Of course, the divisions he has here is not what will be the final thing to be carried out until people talk about it and looked into it, people that are concerned. Just for instance, I learned that Ned Nwoko, Tony Elumelu, these men are from Anioma and they are Igbos. You see, they are Igbos. If the person claiming that they are not Igbos, why are these people assassinated during the Civil War? Why? So there is no claim there. There is no claims and there is nothing to hide there. The truth is that there was serious slaughtering of people there in the name of Igbo. And they said that they are Igbos and they speak Igbo. They speak Igbo that you don't even need to stress yourself to hear.
In fact, these guys are more Igbo than some places that you say that they are called Igbo. I don't want to mention them. Those people may even speak. You need to stress your ear to hear them. But these guys from Delta, their Igbos are very clean. You don't need to stress yourself. You understand very well what they are saying. Just the normal problem of different dialects. You know, every language has their own dialects. Even in that Yoruba nation, if somebody from Osun speaks and somebody from Ondo speaks, you see the difference. Even in that same Osun or in that same Ondo, if some parts speak, you know where they come from. So that is the same thing. You see, so if this thing must fly, it has to be corrected in a proper way. Then I said that we are going to look into the way they divided the 8 regions. So on your screen are the 2 papers we are going to use for the explanation of the details on the way the regions were being sectionalized into 8 regions. So that is what we are going to do. So this document reads Proposal on Regional Arrangements. Let us take another look at the proposed regions and boundary adjustments. Then number 1 on the 8 regions is Northwest Region / Bayajida regions. That's Northwest Region / Bayajida region, to comprise of Gari, Kebbi, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, and Zamfara as provinces or states, with southern Kebbi, the Zuru area joining Kainji states in the western Middle Belt region. Then number 2 is Northeast states. Northeast state to comprise of Borno, Gombe, Bauchi, Jigawa, Katagum, and Yobe as provinces or states. Then number 3 region is the Western Middle Belt region, to comprise of Edu, Kainji, Kwara, and Niger as provinces or states, with the present Kwara state losing the Ibomina people in Ekiti, Ifelodun, Irepodun, Isin, Moro, Ofa, Okeero, Oyun local government areas to either New Oyo and Osun states in the Oduduwa region, in line the principles of historical, cultural, traditional linkages and land contiguities. You know why I'm laughing? So this man, they know all this, that there is a historical and cultural, traditional, and let's see what happens on the southeast one. Then the Eastern Middle Belt region to comprise of Adamawa, Amana, Apa, Benue, Guara, Kogi, Nasarawa, Ogoja, Plateau, Savannah, and Taraba as provinces or states, with the Okun people in Kogi state moves to Ekiti state to join the Oduduwa region, in line the principle of historical, cultural, traditional linkage and land contiguities. The Ogoja people in the present Cross River states are to join the Eastern Middle Belt region. They are Kwararafa kingsmen due to historical, cultural, traditional linkage and land contiguity. I'm waiting for the Eastern region. Okay, the Southeast region to be made up of the Igbo-speaking people in Eastern Nigeria. Okay, there are other places that they speak Igbo, but this one is just the Igbo-speaking people in Abia, Aba, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, Ada, Njaba, Anim, Etiti, and Imo as provinces or states. So what happens to the historical, cultural, and whatever that Igbo people have in Anioma and River State? what happens to it? Even part of those states, the Banke area, as they said, what happens to it? Well, let's continue. Oduduwa region or Western region to comprise of all Yoruba speaking people in the Western Nigeria. This thing is funny. Oh. It's funny, but it shouldn't be funny. This is a serious issue that people should come out and talk about it to correct these things. Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Ekiti, Ijebu, New Oyo, and those as provinces or states, and the Yoruba speaking people in Kogi State, Yaba West and Yaba East, Mopa, Muro, Ogori, Magongo local government to join Ekiti State based cultural and land contiguity. So, oh my God, the Okun people and the Ibomena people in Kwara State, Ekiti, Felodun, Irepodun, Isin, Moro, Ofa, Oke, Ero, and Oyun local government area in the present Kwara State to join the Oduduwa region through New Oyo and Osun State in line with cultural and land contiguity. So there is no cultural and land contiguity in the Southeast. I keep saying this thing. Who wrote this thing? Well, let's continue. South region or Nigeria or Niger Delta region to be made up of Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Bori, Cross River, Oil River, and rivers as provinces or states. That is the Anang, Efik, Ekoi, Ibibio, Oro, Haji, Boma in Southern Imo. The Adonia, Efemenia, Ijo, Ogonibini, Ishan, Isoko, Ishekiri, Urobo, and the just speaking people in northern Ondo State with land contiguity. Then Midwest region and Bende region to comprise of Anioma, Edo, and Delta as provinces or states. Well, this one has a big ascaris. The purpose, anyway, let me just conclude. Let me finish up with the Federal Capital Territory because we've just read the 8th region. Then lastly, the Federal Capital Territory. The Federal Capital Territory shall maintain its current status as the seat of federal government. Abuja and Suleja. That's Abuja means Abubakar Jato, and Suleja, Suleiman Jato, to comprise of 8 area councils: Abaji, Suleja, New Karu. Presently Suleja is in Niger State. Then Buari, Kwali, Gwagwalada, Kuje, and Municipal Area Council. The Federal Capital Territory shall be administered by a mayor who is an indigene of the FCT, Abuja. The long-standing agitation for the creation of a mayoral statue for the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja, should be upheld as approved by the 2014 confab and adjusted with an additional 2 area councils approved for the FCT in addition to the existing 6 area council, with strong warning that all compensation be paid in line with 2014 confab report. Now wow. Well, this Abuja, I need to talk on that too. Another thing I want to say here is, what if tomorrow Abuja ceases to be the capital of Nigeria? Who owns Abuja? Where will it belong in terms of this regional system that we are talking about? Because some people are seeing this federal capital issue, federal capital authorities, territory, as if, how do I put it? Just like what happened in Lagos after the whole country has put the money inside Lagos, and some people now are claiming that they own Lagos. So that is the area me I'm coming from. All these things has to be spelled out very clearly. So we have all heard what this paper said, and you can see clearly if the going by this paper is what they presented or what they are going to present. You can see the biasness in this is very clear. Coming to the southeast, even the people that did this thing, they did it in a way that yes, we have done it, stuff like that. Other regions, you talk about cultural, historical, whatever, but coming to the southeast, he was just silent on it and did not say anything about cultural or historical attachment or whatever. Meanwhile, I've shown you guys the map of Igbo land by the Surveyor General of Nigeria, George Basden, in 1913. It is very clear there. So, and regionalism is about nation. That is regionalism. It's about nation. You don't cut off any nation when you are regionalizing. And they went as far as getting all the Yorubas together, and every other people can go to hell. Man, things are not done that well. It's better we correct these things once and for all. Or else we go back to the way it was, 3 regions. But now we are more civilized, in quotes. We can now find a better way to do this thing. If we cannot go back to our 3 regions, let's find a better way of doing this thing and not cutting off some nations into another nation. Well, let's see how it goes. But my point still remains that regionalism is the best system that Nigeria can run, and everybody can go to sleep and rest. You see, many of these insecurities will die natural deaths. Insecurity in the north, in the east, in the west, anywhere, they will all die natural deaths if it is done correctly. If, going by what I am seeing, of which I am yet to confirm if exactly what they are planning, it might cause more problem. It might cause more problems. So let there be unilateral decision on what we really want, and not cutting some part of Igbo land into other regions. It's not done. Go back to history and find the details before you do something that you want to do. And there is no way regionalism will work with cutting off some part of nation into another nation. So with this, we can call it a day, and until I come your way next time, I still remain Chinedu, your presenter. Please, I need your contribution on this, whether Igbo, Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Ibibio, Kanuri. Please make your contribution. It's very important. Let's hear you out. Thank you.